アウターワールドやります。ディファイアン、X ディファイアンズやろうと思ったんですけど、なんか、2回ぐらいログインで弾かれたんで、もうええわと思って。いやいや、あんだけチケット配ってさ、みんなやる曲がっとんねんからさ、サーバーぐらいでかしとけよと思うよな。さすが UBI さんやで。オフラインゲーム作らしたら最強やのにな。オンラインゲームになると急に雑くなるからな。アウターワールドは、フィニアス博士、俺を永久凍結保存から解除してくれた博士が評議会に捕まりましたと。俺は副議長もなんかノリで殺しちゃいましたと。だから助けに行きます。なんか最後っぽいんですよね、流れが。ハルシオンコロニーの運命を決定します。この時点以降セーブデータをロードしても本編襲撃をクエストクリアする以外はプレイできません。サイドクエストや終わったらどうなんだよ。今このデータ置いとったらいいから大丈夫か。OK。いいよ。はい。でもほんまに最後なんかな。なんか意外と短いな、そうなると。実刑、大丈夫。全員ぶち殺す。
Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
なんか首都
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows:
半分殺されとる。
Resident escapes are as follows: 0.
逃げれたやつは
The
0。
interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I
任
would
せろ。
also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me. In the event that you do
お前
not
どう
return.
する気やそれ。起きないよ。
Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain,
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which
もう
point
処刑なんや。
your
へ
vessel
え。
will be seized and you will be executed.
肩痛。なんて人たちだ。
I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the...
証拠見してみ。
Okay. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled in. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that, just...
transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
大丈夫や。またな。っていうかさ、これ最後やったらさ、バチバチで改造してまうか。じゃあ、改良。だって金、もう無理やって言うとったもんな。よし。行くぜ。まあ、エリーとニョカでええか。オッケー。グラウンドブレーカーから来たって味方かな。あれなんもないねんけど。
right by us. The board will never own groundbreakers. Not while I breathe. Push on, my guy.
Look great.
大丈夫、俺もこの
Stay down, Hullhead.
あ、やっぱマルデットが助けに来てくれたんか。大丈夫、俺あれなんでマルデットもなんでちょっと待って、なんであれなんでどういうこと。もしかしたら仲間なんか。どういうこと。ちょっとあれか、問答無用でやりすぎたか。
Right by us. Now it's forward. The board will never own groundbreakers. Not while I breathe. Push on, my guy.
Stay down, Hullhead.
Wasting my time.
え
The body for the rest of the
なんで俺先叩かれたんやろ。
What was that?
すげえ。
Somebody top right garbage out of the
えぐ。いった。ケイケー、マルデットいいぞ。いいことしてきたからやな、今まで。指揮官。あれ指揮官どこ行った。死んだもしかして。あ、開けへんわ。90エグ。90エグ。どっか死体か鍵とか持ってないんかな。持ってねえか。ないね。あ、改良型90いるで全部。もう正面突破しかねえか。やっぱ司令官死んだんかな。おらへんよな。
I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up. I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again.
せやね。出れるかね。
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
なんの道入り込んどんな。 あ、一応並走できとんや。俺即刻指名手配のはずやねんけど。なんてだって副議長殺しとうからな。意外とすんなり入れた。ハイパーがある。マジか。ハイパーあんのけ。ハイパーずるない？あれ？あっこしか銃撃ってない。あと。マーク3や。いかつ。リボルバー撃ってくれよ、せめて。単発銃。ボルタピストルだけか。じゃあいらんか。オッケー。ピット。あいつら助けてくれたけど、あそこまでやってんな。あ、これ。演奏してる。間に合うか。間に合った。
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
え？どうした？あ、偶像破壊主義者も助けてに来てくれた。ああ、やった。いいことしとくもんやな。ちょっと、すいません。大丈夫です、大丈夫です。頑張れみんな。俺は、どうかしたんか。そうか、そういう話か。はい。お疲れお疲れ。敵来とうで、みんな。早く、行かんと。頑張れ。ほら、いっぱい暴れとうで。うわっ、かわいそう。もう俺には無理や。なんかない？別にいらんな。お、次なんか探索したらなんかあるんかな。あ、制圧しとうわみんな。お、サンジャルも来た。すげえ。みんな助けてくれと。 任せたみんな。
Nice. Calm before the storm and all that. Hope you're right about this, Captain.
みんな戦っとんのに自分だけ変装して上がっていくってやばいな。
After all you've
お、
done,
びっくりした。
all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon. Idiot! I'm not the one marching to my death in a maximum security prison.
今とは違う状況ではその感覚と今回はあんたに一言しかないこのクソったれ。不愉快だね。
Psychopathic outlaws don't deserve the time. Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done here.
どれぐらい
Is
使う
that sarcasm? Do you know what I do to people who employ the lowest, most base form of humor? I fire them. Alas, as you are woefully unemployed, I'll have to do the next best thing and have you killed. In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint with your skull. It was fucking expensive.
まあでも一回
Absolutely
話してみ
not. Akande was always the social.
じゃあ殺す。そうか、ロボット相手なんか電気か。こっちか。いやはは、いけいけいけいけ。
I am a storm. I'll get through. They aren't working. Behind you, Captain.
お、すげえ、いつの間にかクラット。ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。
Here we go.
あ、これあかんわ。単味。おお。あ、じゃあどこ行った？エリーとかは大丈夫？100まで上げたいな。特殊 主義のもうどうでもいいよな。倒れた中のが一回いいよな。最後がロボットやとは思わんかったわ。何これ、なんでこんなここあるの。はい、こんばんは。あぶね。ああ。
Get me out of here!
はい。エンディングか？
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man? You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
あんたを救うために厄介事を繰り抜いて分かっているな。
What? Break into the most heavily guarded facility in the most hostile world in Halcyon? No, I have absolutely no idea how you did it. You're a goddamn miracle worker. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
お祝いしようぜ。
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological...
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
たくさんあるな。
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to need a leader. And I can't...
誰かがこの頃に一緒に敵にしておるしかない。あんたが他の西がその手伝おう。
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself, we're not a colony any longer, are we? Our future is...
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, Many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with 2 hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
終わりか。あ、終わり。これ続行したらどうなんだよ。えあ、一緒か。
Glad I am.
なるほどね。んじゃあ、ロードで、ここロードして、サブクエやな。どれだっけ？これや。
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money, was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This
あ、
is
て
the
かこれあれ
closest
か。
I ever been to starring in
こ
a
っちダウン
serial
ロードコン
drama.
テンツ2か。
Only thing we're missing is a couple cameras and a soundtrack.
At least this won't be boring.
Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
She might even be open to giving us hazard pay. On account of the severed arm.
Danger, mystery, severed arms. Count me in.
Oh, Captain, we're in a proper mystery now.
This sounds even more questionable than most of our endeavors. But what's life for if not to rush headlong into uncertainty?
So, we're taking the job? Yes! I'll go pack my things. You think this is a tossball stick kind of job or more of a heavy machine gun situation?
Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
Oh, really? I thought he lost his arm gambling.
He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the system.
彼はシステム上4番目に高所得の期待でき
This
そうだ。
had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances.
That
does not exist, Captain. Nevertheless, I am programmed to agree with your assessment. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
こっちがあれで、てかあれか、サブクエやってへんのやつあるよな。これや、殺しに行こう。でも俺ピザンチウム入ったら殺されんじゃん。
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
いきなり襲われるんじゃん、もしかして。
Incoming!
あ、そうか。
Don't mess with us. Here we go.
しゃあないよな。襲われたからな。俺は悪くない。俺はやる気なかった。
You gotta teach me that.
これとこれとこれとこれとこれもらおうかな。トイレね。あれ？これどこ行くの？俺に歯向かうやつは皆殺しや。あ、レベル上がってねえ。 あ、間違った。ごめん。そう。
Something on your mind?
なんもない。
Down there, the new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
あ、俺の船やから。
But what would they be doing?
さすがに街中でぶっ放してこうへんのかな。これぶっ放してくる？
Incoming!
マジ？マジか。さすがにあれか、副議長を殺したら店中でも撃ってくるか。大丈夫か？歯向かってくるやつは敵や。バカが。大丈夫？歯向かうからやで。俺はやる気なかったで。こんばんは。
If we took apart and sold this place, bet we'd get a year of food out.
どこや？ん？あ、下か。
Lab coats make me nervous. Experiments always...
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Seattle.
Hagen. I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen.
評議会じゃないよ。
To keep me quiet. But if you didn't know...
The effort they put into killing their own people. They ought to redirect that toward...
I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named... This is utter nonsense. What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension.
研究者サブライトが引き継いたよ。リリアは俺が報告しなければあんたは眠ってるのかを喜びですよ。
Small consolation. We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the...
What are you doing, Doctor?
You can write me up in your report. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists... Then you know how desperate... I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give... Not for lack of trying. I want... There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on... I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. One of the 2 Earth Directorate assault cruisers. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never
Imagine losing something with that.
あれ、ここでこの情報知っとったんや。
That ain't a shock.
へ
Bored
え。
folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their
さっき言っとったやつやんな、フィニアス
The
が。
board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. I prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a... You came to kill me. If I die... The one on the wanted poster? I'll do...
Doctor!
What choice do... What kind of scientist would I be? I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just... Give me one reason why... Right.
Got another fighting me.
まだちょっと変わるんかな、これで。ポイント。10% の確率でレア部品を取る。あ、お前らも2個取れんねや。
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project.
これでまた行ったらなんかあんのかな、ちょっと気になってまうんやけどな。やめろよな。んであ、ビビハーゲンとか。
What's up?
てかやばいな、街出てただけで襲われるのやばいよな。そらそうか。言うたら副大統領を殺してアメリカ行っとうみたいなもんやもんな。マジか。帰るから許して。お前らも敵扱いか。
Don't you think we ought to go inside?
Salt sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored center. Suck it, chew it. My dear fellow.
どっちから出たんやったっけ？これか。あ、これや。これや。外科医宇宙海賊疑わしきアドバイスの根源モナークの素晴らしき荒野のガイドお酒のガイドすべての穴を埋め縫い合わせて元通りにできる。ああ、医者やからか。オッケーオッケー。クソ待ちにも用ないから。誰に喧嘩売っとんねんって話。お前大丈夫なの？お前は大丈夫か。オッケーオッケー。よう着陸許可出るよな。船入ってきた瞬間殺すべきやろ。
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics.
うん。ちょっと怒られそうやけどな。エリダノスってなんなん？オリンポス。これあれか。あれエリダノスとオリンポスって何
？The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
フィニアス連れて行ったらなんかイベント起こりそうやけどな。そや、地下のやつにもあれやな。俺前に死に行かなあかんねんけどな。こいつらがさっき助けに来てくれたんやろ。こいつじゃ、せやな。こいつ。マルゼットが助けに来たもんな。
Lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Have you? Don't. Have a.
ここのが良くなったりはせえへんのか。あいつなんか絵の売ってないのかな。
You looking to shoot?
ウルトラか。あ、でも 3.0 ウッド。あれ ?3.0 ってことはええやつやんな。多分。間違った。なんか、あれ、レジェンダリーウッド男みたいなのなかったっけ？怒られるかな？殺してないから。殺せっつっとったもんな。
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview.
Oh.
Care to justify your betrayal of our species? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleague. Out of my eye.
This is why I always ask.
I like her, Captain.
I said get
え、そんな嫌われる？最後助けに来てくれへんのじゃん。そうでもなかったわ。
Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
殺したって言ったらよかったんかな。あれロードできひん。あった。3分前やったら帰ってきとうかな。どこやろ。あかんわ。もういいや。怒られちゃった。
Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
もうあれやな。
Welcome.
Nice to
This is Halcyon News.
The ship's ground.
ねえな、なんも。DLC 行くか。
Neighbor from... That...
なんや、喧嘩とこへんな。よし、じゃあ、DLC いきますか。なんでやねん。確か、こっちが2やねんな。こっちやな。
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be?
これや。
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me?
Oh, 見たことない銃や。
It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as... Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragedy.
これは評議会の受け悪ないよ。
Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
アンダーグラウンドって何?
Don't worry. You and I are going to become very close acquaintances. I run the Grand Colonial Hotel and Piraeus Spaceport. Ludovico and I are business partners in a...
Eridanos is not our shared responsibility. Eridanos is my responsibility.
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with...
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize...
We can do this anytime you want. I'll even make an appointment. I'm sure you're scared.
All right, Cedric. If that's how you want to behave, I have...
Oh, please do. I'd love an official reprimand from a failed executive. Could you do me a favor and...
Could we please stop this nonsense? Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your... You're reliable and competent. You've been taking care of yourself ever since you... As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
I'm pleased to hear. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's...
Fine. But Rizzo's is paying for that hotel.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their... Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation. And if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover. I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the administrator is...
なるほど。
politics.
その目のアイメイクが気に食わんけどな。
The law is simple.
くたびれてるな。
Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are...
いけすかないな。
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive...
まあ、
Helen
ヘレ
was
ンす
more
ごいね
than
んな。
popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever... No one has ever been as well known or as well loved.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the air...
エリノダスって何？
Eridanos is a hydrogen helium gas giant. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer. There are several reasons: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
なるほど、4つ目か。ありがとう。なら、さっきエリダノスやな。これマジ、この辺なんなんやろ？オリンポスって何？
Quick touchdown on the atmospheric complex in Eridanos.
いいや人。
Thinking of tinkering at the workbench? I used to love watching Alex work. Now I like watching you.
おう、ちょっとあんまり言いにくい言葉はやめて。これもういらねえ。あ、違う。これはもういらねえわ。これも多分いらねえ。フレームスローも多分使わんからな。オッケー。まあまあ、この2人でいいや。おうおうおうおう。全く新しいベースマップ。へー。いや、こう、メカメカしい船やね。すごい。
Watch out. This place is half sublight thugs and half top rungers on vacation. Both are dangerous. Does being on...
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
事件は?
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling. Helen's death has been a hell. Even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some
He did it. It's all...
You should ask if they're comping the minibar.
Ah, I like where your head...
Folks get heated when it comes to cereals and their... Don't I know it? Reminds me of the shootout in the lobby between Odeon Pictures and Rota Reels back in the day. And you wonder why nobody mentions Rota Reels anymore. Probably because they embarrassed themselves. The CEO of the company boasted that his crew could operate better. I watched as Dr. Goodnight dragged him out of the lobby while he... Let's see here. Oh, I already... I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand... But the murder's gone. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once... You're making fun, right? Your luggage. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. You say that, but I still ain't seen no bag. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the Grand Ball.
射撃兵。
I could have sworn you just said we aren't allowed to depart.
I appreciate that you're the friendly sort, but that's enough jawing. Much more of this, and they're gonna start docking my.
お前ホテルマンのくせに会話も楽しめんのか。クソ雑魚やんけ。
Since Halcyon Helen's dead, I guess they're gonna have to find a new Aether Wave star. You hear about any auditions happening, feel free to let me know.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
This is one of the worst weeks I've ever had.
Fancy place. I hope they're not expecting us to pay.
中庭開放的すぎるやろ。
I appreciate that you're the friendly sort, but that's enough jawing.
I can't believe someone so famous as Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely
Huh?
I've always wondered what that mascot's got in his hands. What's in the box?
え、どれ？あれか。
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
The crime scene's awaiting, Inspector. Can't believe something like this could happen in my hotel. Hey, Byzantines and restraint aren't two words that often go together. Wouldn't be the anyway, I'm Sure, I'd taken a checking the bar a few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure. Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. What? No! Just because I found the corpse doesn't mean I made her a corpse. I was in shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen. Beats all hell. Sure. Of course I did. I just told you I found... No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about...
魂。50分言いたいんだろ?
Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the day of her death. I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I seemed especially. Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Or as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminar. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks. I hope. Everyone's got theories. I don't rec.
わかった。ありがとう。え？
Black hole birdies disappeared, you know. The poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how we're... Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to meet your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited...
An extraordinary contraption. Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
全く別のシステムが出るんや。へえ。科学で。
You're rather sharp in your upper story. I can see why you're the inspector. The discrepancy amplifier uses a Then it renders any discrepancies visible by...
ありがとう。
Go on then. Give it a try.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology. You'll want to peer...
グッドライト先生の反天才反当局の科学的精神のおかげで異常探知機を入手することができました。アリダネス中に潜む手がかりを解き明かせられる装置です。ヘイリエン殺害犯を捕まえる前に必ず異常探知機で武器するとでしょう。へえ。ちょっとがいらねえ。殺害犯を捕まえるために探知機と標準機を覗き込み、肉眼では見えない手がかりを解き明かさなければなりません。証拠を特定できたら標準を当てて分析しましょう。
This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification. The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition.
Oh, you'll love this.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instructions.
How curious.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee. Rizzo's Spectrum Brown has not yet been released for consumption. Spectrum Brown was scheduled to be unveiled at the... This hypothesis is plausible. Now calculating likelihood of Halcyon Helen using her final low to mod. Correct. Bertie Black Hole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel. Accessing guest database B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001. This evidence has been recorded for later reference. This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the Grand Ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. Excellent observation, Inspector. The following compounds have been detected. Purpleberry residue, nitrogen-rich fertilizer, common grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio. This deduction...
Good work, Inspector. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the... Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready.
めっちゃ経験値これだ。関係ないとこは何もできんのか。科学あげよう。あ、プラズマダメージとショックダメージもここで上がるんや。へえ。とりあえず100ありゃいいもんな。
The Purpleberry Orchard. With the help... Ah. My apologies. Oh, I've worked at the Grand Colonial for about as long as it... And that something turned out to be corpses. Absolute. The most interesting thing I saw prior to this was the back... If I weren't here, I'd be back in my quarters. Oh, good. Because you're the... I'm only too eager to give you my cooperation. I invented the discrepancy amplifier to assist me in my own medical. I programmed the amplifier to assist you. You don't miss a thing, do you, Inspector? I think of the amplifier as my gift. I still have the blueprint and several extra. Some of the amplifier's internal. It's. You're smarter than I look. Guess there's no shame in telling you exactly what it. As it so happened, I happened to have an excess of preservative fluids, a scanning device, and. Technically, it wasn't his whole brain, just a small cross-section, enough to operate the amplifier. Besides, my husband was the prior You sure you... Oh, good. You sure you...
Something I should...
お前は?
It isn't personal, Inspector. I'm just on duty right now. Talk to me later. After... Are you asking? I understand you're being metaphorical, but Please. Norval, head bellhop. He was... Hotel security corroborates his whereabouts during the murder. I'm a little suspicious of anyone who enjoys... Obsessive passion can lead to... There's no sign of the murder. Frankly, I'm happy... If there were any Helen was very particular about how... Spencer Woolrich and Bertie Holcomb are officially persons of interest in this investigation. Let me rephrase that. He's your lead suspect. I've been instructed to turn this case over... I know. Mr. Woolrich was Halcyon Helen's professional rival. Conversely, Mr. Bertie Holcomb was Helen's paramour. The relationship was reportedly... Woolrich thinks of himself as a... I consider the possibility that Woolrich owes his... Mr. Holcomb was in a romantic relationship. Black Hole Bertie currently holds the record for most non-consecutive blows to the head. Please. Anything? You've got... Anything?
ありがとう。まあいいや。
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I...
Staring at her won't bring her back, folks.
すごっ。どこやこれか。
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime... Oh, you're the special inspector, Mr. Ah, yes. We are most pleased. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and our high... My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. About who? You know, I'm not much of an atheist. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. Everyone wanted to be around Helen. She could usually be seen alongside... Bertie. Is he bigger than he is dumb? Bertie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had $1 million... Her deal? Not making them. Didn't you hear Helen's interview? That woman... I mean, Spencer Woolrich has taken several of her... If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eric. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to Kurt. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon. That's a shame, Inspector. A man of... It's certainly... Please. Most certain. You can hardly walk 3... Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Oh no, Inspector, sir. The best thing about Sublight compared to other organizations, this is but twice the size of the next big... Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who... Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room.
Arigatou.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access.
今回はあるかな。この DLC は戦闘ないんかな、もしかして。で、どこからや。エレベーターどこや。あ、これか。おい。
Should act as a... You ever need any... Notice my battle... But to be honest, when this position came up, I jumped on it and made a... Well, Slug is more trustworthy for one thing, where Sublight is all about back alleys. Well, Slug is something like an offshoot of Sublight. That's... I mean, yes, but I still earn Sublight a hell of a lot of bit. Basically, I singled out a ship to salvage that I thought had been out for use for years. As it so happened, I still don't... Story. There used to be a whole toss-ball court on one of... Now... Oh, of course. I'd lament not... Of course, budget... I'm supposed to believe... I like Please do.
What author... If you see Black Hole Birdie...
Hiro.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't. Expect a complaint to management. You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, you wouldn't harm an old man at the end of his wits, would you? I'm confused, disoriented. Wait. No, this is cure.
動いたりしないでください。
What a quaint claim. You're so... You've mo... Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Do you mean to say you're not a fan? Well, then how did you get in? Oh. Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it would... You know, now that I'll... Ask me anything...
誰だ?
I'm sure you're joking. That can't be. Did you ever see me in The Masked Marketeer? And who could forget From Halcyon with Love? I was great in that. I think that's it. If you're going to come after me, certain. How was... Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. I was meditating. Respectfully, Inspector, it is wrong. All actors have... She taught me it for my role in the... Needless to say, being able to leave. Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the... I cannot recommend... Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. In fact, I cannot name a single role in... I'm not too proud to admit it. I couldn't... People kept talking about the charisma we had on screen. But as you may have been able to conclude, I wasn't... Oh, come now, Inspector. I'm an old man. I neither have the time...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. This bottle, recently discarded, contains residue from foreign substances. Chemical analysis complete. This unit has detected the following substances: oil, terrore, blood.
A lot of folk use their blood for seasoning on account of its sweetness. Don't try and use...
These substances cause extreme gastrointestinal distress. This bottle contained Rizzo's Spectrum vodka. The presence of terrore biological fluids may have...
これ使うとめちゃくちゃこれエイムが動き遅いねんけどクソ腹立つ。
Initiating enter Burbage 3001 is trained to recognize all. Burbage 3001's programming is frequently enter protocol exhausted, reverting. Burbage 3001 was designed to disrupt Halcyon Helen's Burbage 3001. Now running shock and dismay protocol. This unit has not yet completed. Burbage, this...
え、この血は一旦怪しくない？血じゃないんか。あと、なこれ。鍵しまったわや。勝手に人の部屋入んなよ。誰お前。
Zeke Hannigan, Rizzo's Rangers 16th back. What can I... Since it's the off-season, we're helping support the launch of Rizzo. Just between you and me. About half my life. Except for the guy... I spent the last season injured and almost got sold to the... Oh, it's a damn shame. Birdie's taking it pretty hard. So... Oh, Brady was mad about Helen. Helen kept Bertie steady. If he lost his temper around her, it'd be because something broke between the two of them. What? Law. Miss Helen was outspoken. She made her share of... Just between you and me, I heard rumors the Prophet never much cared for Helen. I'm ashamed to admit it, but we didn't do anything serious, just a bit of... Guess Constable Keene saw things... No, we lost him somewhere along... But he was definitely not... What can I...
Top rungers are into...
Timeline multiple discrepancies detected. Woolly cows are an import species for the wilderness. Second discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerous. An accurate observation, Inspector. A brief survey of this area reveals that the most recent occupants were insufficient. A brief survey of localized property. This unit was likely occupied by every member of the Rizzo's ring.
なるほど。一人を除いたリッツレンジャーズの選手がおったと。マーク3は今装備したやつ一緒やな。いらんな。自販機やん。あんま強くねえんな。自販機は割引効かんのな。なにこれ。開けちゃえ。いらねえ。定番ウェア。誰の部屋？何がじいじ言うのこれ。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
どこ？あ、ほんま。
The charred fragments of a letter lies at the bottom. Your observation is correct.
Ooh, maybe they...
Someone burned this letter short. Timeline discrepancy detected. A single footprint, size 10. The soil in this residue contains... Well done, Inspector. The weather monitoring station at the pilot house.
Ah, 自販機の音か。ピーって言うと。あとは、どこや。あれ？ガーベージか。まあいや、一旦自分の部屋行くか。戦闘なさげ？お前らくつろぎすぎじゃね？あ、全員おる。 知覚がアップ。追加のヘッドショットダメージボーナスすげえ。めっちゃいいやん。防御率クソ悪いけど。
Eridanos is a technological marvel.
Timeline discrepancy detected. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
ここ、被害者がもしかして止まっとった部屋ってこと？
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
ルドビゴ。モナークの業務にブラウンセンターがこの2分解武装した警備員を2倍に増強。さ、殺されたやつの部屋そのままなんで弾そのまま渡す？何見たのにまだ反映されてないってことかな。
Did you know the smoke from high society cigarettes is 10.07% more likely to leave odor and discoloration?
I call the big bed. Anyone wants to challenge?
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. Halcyon Helen was more than a character. I do not space back to the... Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm big... Here, I'm granting you access through the gate. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you... I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. You have a lead to... Inspect...
よし、行くぜ。
Hi there.
それでは私の職務内容、スイート。最高だ。
Good. I'm now. I to the lobby.
With Halcyon Helen gone.
Error. This unit Error.
For what it's worth?
Such
95はエグいな。預言者探すか果樹園行くかか。じゃあ果樹園預言者。果樹園かな、とりあえず。どこや、あっちか。となんかある。
Timeline discrepancy analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
Oh, you're that inspector, right? Sorry, but the pool's currently closed. Of course, I guess it don't much matter, seeing as how you already went. I guess it's no... now that you mention it, as you might guess, the pool's closed to the... Hell no, it ain't normal. Can't do much now, but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual... all right. You may want to visit the... Oh, and you can talk to Lily, my boss. She probably has some great... Now, Yep, still dead. I met him briefly once. Yeah, it's part of the job. I don't know what happens if I... Sounds good.
じゃあな。
Wonder who gets it if you hit it over the edge.
ほんまやな。
I hope the murderer is caught soon.
Rizzo's purpleberry punch. You want a punch? You got your punch.
In the middle of a lockdown, no one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Fergus. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of...
ハイパーや。
Great, you do that. I'll wait right here.
おい。
Swear to the architect, Matthias.
絶
If you've lost
対
your
悪い。
rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want? Tightly wound? Tightly wound? On behalf of Slug, I'd like to apologize for that outburst. Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions. If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. It's not exactly uncommon for Slug agents to go on the odd bench. Usually I don't bother with it. Thing is, they usually resurface. The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 Slug agents I can trust with more... Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. He was last stationed...
広っ。めちゃくちゃ死んでますけど。襲ってくる？あ、襲ってくるか。 まだおる。強っ。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's corporation. This security guard has experienced...
サンビットとパワーベリークランチ。
Rest in peace.
ウルトラやったな。ウルトラいらん。めちゃめちゃ殺されとうやん。プラチナ。おおおお。なんもないんや。メンテナンス端末のキーがあるけど開けられへん。65エグいな。これは誰かの秘密のあれなんかな。誰か住んどったんかな。65。いらんな。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
どこ？
Timeline discrepancy. This guard also...
At least he gave his life.
あいつさっきの鍵開けたら。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this. Come out! Come out to play! Law, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
Timeline discrepancy detected near. This guard also
誰もあの鍵誰も持ってないよな。いた、折れた。あれ？凍るんか。とりあえず行くか、カジへ。広っ。
it's Rizzo's. Welcome to the Purple
首やば
Berry
なんか出とうで
Wonderful, wonderful. You. I sure.
言おう
Oh, that? I call it my lip. Don't you dare! Or I'll cut. Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to. Couple of days. I really can't. Now. No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shot. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at. Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead. Oh my! Bird. I'm so glad you. Our orchards are. If you want to know more. Oh, I'm. Every. We have 3. Premium includes a 10-minute Huh? Oh, no. Happy work.
If that's
I'm not quite sure what... Now I'd be... Which... You're in luck. We have 1 left. Normally there are... That's great. We have 3 tour options. Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo. Premium Plus, but seeing... Our alcohol...
Here we have... These we hope you're...
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations. And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough...
Hold that asinine.
What the hell are you talking? I think it's mightily more likely that he...
I see. Congratulations,
Well, shame. Anyway, name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in... Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of... Whether or not... Yeah. Frankly, it's ridiculous. Look, they don't tell me the... Look at Jacob, our groundskeeper, if you ain't met him. It's like the workers... And yet, even as he... Oh. Yeah, I saw her. Tried to flag her down for an autograph, but to no avail. Ran right... Yeah. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling, demand... And, of course...
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager. Lying about sublight.
Look, at the end of the day, it's... Oh, you know, nothing. We've also got a large group of... And who could forget the tower processing console?
There are sweet...
Thank the... You hear that, lapdog?
Well, I'm sure you'd love... I'm sorry, Ed.
Especially...
All right, it seems I need to...
And I want you...
This is how the conversation... Nope. Sorry, but this is the first I've...
I could never get past her hair. No one having that many...
Celebs as big as hell. What can... You're welcome. Certainly. I may be a service... Well, he's...
Don't tell me...
Yes. I know what you must be thinking. Do I? Regardless, we haven't been hostile. Much as we love giving the bureaucrats 29% of our... Instead, our companies are... That's... The sentiment is nice, but Rizzo's doesn't just pay... If I hear that question... Yeah. You're... Nothing. If you haven't already noticed...
After Emerald Vale, Amber Heights, and Bayside Terrace, I was expecting Purple Berry.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as...
Anything in... You can tell all that? Still, I wonder...
Well, Hells,
お、やば首。みんなついたな。ギンギンやし顔。
I don't know what's wrong.
Why, thank you. Rizzo's does bis. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket. And now, we call this, of course, before, now I'm, heaven sweet no, and the groundkeeper before that, no mist. Can't speak for up. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing. All of so. God. You mean that she did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher. That's right. Maybe it might have been. All I know is one of our Can't say that I have. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. She wasn't. Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. When a pollinization cycle finishes, of course, the very last. So you'd best. Why, you. Happy work and you. What kind of. Oh, drat. This. I warned the Orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. So, what might... Did he now? That... The overseeing Orchardist had the... See, with our new morale-boosting medical treatment... Sorry, I'm not at... Of course... I can't stop you from... There's a reason...
首から出たのは仕方ない。
Discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector.
This reeks of unhappiness.
Take your best shot, asshole.
What?
I just wanted to make you smile.
I'll show you happiness. I just want to be your friend.
クソ怖っ。中に虫歯まれとうやん絶対。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
こいつ何も持ってない。
It doesn't about it. No jest. Well, that's a wager. I'm sure you've guessed, but I guess that. What? No, that's though there was the time. Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine, right? Don't worry though. I am contractually off, but when they do, the only way to get them. But this is all a departure. Hold a moment. But there's nothing. Oh yes, I thought I saw someone who looked. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the. Who? Excuse me. I suppose. It's not so different. Oh, work-wise, I do. Much higher chance of promotion. If I can prove my merit here and. Wow, that's. Laws. My mother is the Rizzo's assistant. Consequently. Much as. Don't. So I'm. Let me.
なんかおるよな。
Here we go. Down they go. Damn, but we're good.
なんやこれ。
Here we go.
なんで店員酒飲んどんねん。うわ、やばそうなもんで。バグっとうやん。
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
What are you doing? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious... Very funny.
Believe me.
I'm getting old, damn it. Though you do smell a bit like... Bleeding hell. Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs. Not soon after. Well, she's not going... I said... Example? That? You say, eh? They come... Well, yes, if there's an equipment malfunction.
Timeline discrepancy detected near... Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
もうなんかおんねんけど。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Hmm? Hmm. やばそうやな、ここの。
Everyone all right?
クレランはいらんな。宿主って言うと思うな。
Caught a real lucky break working on Eridanos.
I heard about what happened to Helen. Rizzo kept her safe.
ん？
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
強すぎん？硬すぎん？ていうかこれ何よ？とりあえず科学全振りでいこう。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
And that's how it's done, Captain.
Their mistake.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more... Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as... Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh.
Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker. The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together. Instinct.
Let's not jump to conclusions. They're drunk primal stomp.
答弁か。おっと怪しい雰囲気。
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
ルドビゴが来る予定やった。あ、ルース・ベラミーも予定やった。へえ。
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not... What do you want? You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge... Of course, if you were to say, contract your... You see, I've found myself in a bit... Oh no, we're a research and development branch of Rizzo. Call me a skeptic. Happily. And lose my life's work? You want me to just... We merely need to clean up the mess.
Even I think that's pretty cool.
Staff can be replaced, you know. Excellent. You have my Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup...
Your call, Captain. I don't know.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to...
Oh, you hate to see it. They'll never see us.
Did I hear shit out of you? Have unhappiness. No. Maybe. I just wanted to make you. I'm gonna let you know what bring me down. What could that have been? Just wanted to make you smile. All right.
だいぶ殺したけどな。
Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access to confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense.
やばそうなんがあんな。
If it weren't for the random explosive canisters everywhere, I'd almost call this cozy.
ん？なんもない。なんか重要なもんなんもないな。データがどうこうって言うからなんか見れるんかなーって思ったけど。なんもないね。ん？あ、なんかある。フェイソン船長。あ、違うわ。どういうこと？あ？なんもないよ。あ、これか。あの女の手がガラシャ博士死んだあの女の責任。なんか情報？今のが。リッターはハルシオンヘレンを任命したという。ふんふんふん。 こんなもんかな。なんもねえな。まあ、とりあえず上上がるか。あっちか。あ、じゃあ、あっちから上がれんくなったからこっちから上がったんか。あれ、あ、びっくりした、開いた。あ、マックスリーやったー。これ分けられへん。あれ、つながったやん。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here mere moments earlier in the...
Just when we were gonna get some answers.
おうおうおう、殺されとるやん。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed.
Anyone else? Well, yeah, you're right.
あ、ニードルガンやったっけ。なんか言っとったよな。
Don't they realize this just makes us more curious about that data file?
何これ。スペクトラムウォッカーを、ああ、なるほど。
Timeline discrepancy. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already stand.
Not gonna... Oh, what? There it is. Okay. This is...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already stand.
These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they...
スペクトラムウォッカー、あれ、 スペクトラムウォッカっていうのをいっぱい持ってこなあかんのか。
These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like
外の
my
ゴリラ
brother
が酒持っ
would
とったの
if
それ
he
でか。
ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem buzzing. He said as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum.
Make him regret it. That's not funny.
やべえな。え、バリア張られとんねんけど。
Not gonna.
Tool is comprised of 99% plastic, 0.5% steel.
So. Does that mean
This was.
Not gonna. Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is. Phew. This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium gigaseous slug research report 1. Subject: a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah.
Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently... This canister contains a high amount of chemical makeup of sub... These canisters can typically be found in the nursery.
Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
To. ゴリラの死体。ゴリラの死体先は持っとったのにな。そんなん言うてくれよな。
Welcome to now. Wow, what Jacob? Oh, if you're looking for your own Spectrum, remember that you can always buy from the.
スペクトラムウォッカレットやもんな。これはまた別やろ。
You're back? How's the... Well, so... There's some... Got a lot of dead sap. The tower... The mechanicals were...
これか。
Back again. Let me know if there's any... Well, yes. The orchards are becoming over... Our The reprogramming was easy until I... Believe me, I know that. Why should weed killer affect saplings? But there's not...
グリーン密系。酒いつも取らんからな。絶対ゴリラが持っとったやろ。ゴリラどこに乗ったかも覚えてねえわ。 ゴリラどこやったっけな。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This console is 95% non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to substance contains trace amounts of.
Please stop.
What do you think they've got in there? Rabid animals? Death traps? Okay.
マジか。そんなある。罠を置く必要ある？
Beginning security.
Ooh. Huh?
Take him down. You got it. Don't mess with us.
I just wanna be your friend.
プラズマで受けたダメージ、あ、いいよ、全然。何しようかな。範囲広いな。ビビった。お？は？なんもなかったな。何これ、クソ無駄な時間。何これ。結果が来るからパワフルウェイトで数時間指導に横にされて同じだ。え？なんかあんの？This way. あ、なんかある。いったー。
There. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
どれ？
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. Ground appears to be
しばくぞ。OK。
Back again. Let me know. Well, maybe. Look, I know what you're thinking, but
I doubt it.
Hey, we have a... Product experiment. But there's nothing to... It's... Oh, we're... Happy... Back. Let me...
Hello? Oh, there that damn thing is. Thank you. Hey, now,
You're the type to say that.
Do you people make it a... I will admit, I did take the... It's safer in my hand. Damnation, hadn't thought of that. Here's the original.
ゴリラもう一回出てこんかな。多分ゴリラの先集めとったらちゃんと受け取ってんやろうけどな。マジ失敗したわ。びっくりした。
You're back, I see.
I think it's more of a...
How's the All right. Huh.
One less
So what were the fine details? Reckon they've got something in common with the Waspitos then.
In your delusional fantasy, the Wasp...
That seems... Well, yes, it's...
Stop wasting everyone's time,
A drink? I ain't ever heard of no sap.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man?
Ha!
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. Let's go through this one final time.
Talk about ghosts all you like. Summers? The intern? I didn't really take... Right now, we of the Orchards have to settle things with Slug.
Ah, what the hell. The Orchard is...
Never liked paying. Thoughts?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs.
Now that that's out of the way, we can discuss the intern. Even if I were inclined to believe you, that's some... What the hell are you proposing? Or it would give me a weak spot to be Use your pay, with a little extra for getting to the bottom of things. Well, much as I would have... Maybe then my ex-husband would...
お前ウォッカ持ってないか。熱いレベル上がったら改造できんな。
Hi again. Now.
黒、イエロー、グリーン、赤、オレンジ。あとイエロー、レッド、オレンジ、イエロー、グリーン、ブラック、ブルー、インディゴ、バイオレット。サミュエル・ハッテスって誰？トイレ行ってきます。OK。 持ってないかな、自分で。持ってねえわ。合わせられ。あ、そうや。マグナムと、消音と、サイトか。サイト。 酒屋あったよ。
Wait.
インディゴ、ブルー、バイオレット。あれ全部揃った？1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、OK。
Captain, you just found a Rizzo's product I might actually like.
Dibs. Mega dibs. You give that directly to me.
化学兵器なんや。落下弾を発射して敵をめくるめく痛み。いいや。了解やるわ。じゃあ、これかな。ロボットデッキ。繰りだめか。
Raptidon's here too. I appreciate the effort to make me feel at home, but you top rungers are fucking stupid.
Huh? なんでイベント起きひんの？
Thanks for... Still... What do you mean? Oh. I'm just as confused.
バルガスさんな。わかった。テレフォン1、あは。何にするのが正解なの？正解書いてなくない？プール用洗浄剤は塩化ゾルト水素添加消泡剤。塩素ゾルト水素だから4、1、3か。あれ ?1、4、3。水素塩化ゾル、水素塩化ゾル、青422号。はい。赤や。3がいらんねんな。あれ？あ、来た。ちょっと待って。アホすぎてごめん。1、145。うん、145。145。塩化ゾル、水素用剤、OK。あれ話されへんなる。なんでなん？それはおかしくない？別に終わってから話したらええやん。1、5、4。
This is how top rungers like to enjoy nature. From far away and with a stiff drink. I get it.
とりあえず話聞いてみるか。
I saw you meander on out of the pool and into the greenhouse. Now you're here. Good. If you're... maybe not. Maybe I just want Rizzo's... But you're right. It ain't high profile. You ain't gotta concern yourself with my spite. Shame. Hope you're here. That's great to hear. There's a chemical mixing machine in the greenhouse that has more than a... Dump the mix into the pool, then find somebody in Slug and tell them you did it for Rizzo's. That'll get those damn... They're getting a tad too cozy with your friendly neighborhood slugs. We don't want either gaining power on the board. Easier to do so if they're aligned. Personally, I don't think we're going far enough. Rizzo's is all smiling gun hands and uppity scientists. If you're worried about this hurting your relationship with Slug, I wouldn't. The gun's thicker than the shit. Dan.
Eat that.
Oh, thanks a million. Of course, we're not gonna... I got a little something for making my job that much less miserable. I guess I can spare... I gotta get back to it if you don't mind, Inspector.
They got the drop on us.
Oh.
No one. Try to inspect this and I won't have any new battle scars.
なんで？これ何？タルタロス。貯蔵室の鍵なんかどこで使うの？
We're the future of sublight. Just you wait and see.
どこの鍵？
Inspector.
あ、ごめん。
Oh, if you want advice, here it is. Don't talk to that imbecile ever. I put him on pool duty. Nah, I don't envy. Situation. I feel like our relation. Oh, good. And here I was thinking that I might have used to work for Auntie Cleo. Defection isn't taken like... We...
アンダーグラウンドです。次の通知があるまで複合大気圏を封鎖されています。近キャノン氏の明確な許可なから複合大気圏出入りできません。 SLG クルー居住区にある貯蔵室。SLUG のあれが部屋があんのか。タルタルスって何？ずっと。ああ。サミュエル・ハッテスがわからんねんけど。
The lockdown. Really, I do. You've got your job to do, and you'll get fired if you don't do it.
Guess I... Some...
No, I'm sorry. We don't serve any drinks with those tiny umbrellas.
Hmm?どっちかはそうなんかな。何時？あ、もういい時間やな。
We should try to solve the puzzle.
What? 下どうやって行くの？これか。
Something mighty strange went on earlier.
What happened? Norval get his cap stuck in the toilet again?
Not today. I was carrying a bag up to the second VIP guest floor earlier. Even for our guests, it was spectacularly heavy.
Wow, exciting.
I wasn't finished. I took a bad step and dropped it. Know what spilled out? Rocks. Whoever owned it was just making me carry it around for fun.
石。なんかあるのかな。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Take your best shot, asshole.
Ew, in order though. SLG エンジニアとしてもこのタイムレコーダー5速度10入力されて1時間無料ツアーが欲しかったですよ。 どういうこと？
I'm trapped. In room A3. Please. Someone come help me.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Mushi no koi urusei.
This collection of frozen food has not been restocked in some time. The fridge was transported here from one of the guests.
何の意味があんのそれに。
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Inspector, I've detected a structural anomaly within. This floor panel is 0.3 millimeters shorter than.
なるほど。
Captain. Another fighting me.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis confirms this is. For additional study of this body's skeletal. Further analysis indicates Evans' fate. There are traces of blood. Analysis concludes. Medical records in. It is highly likely the blood is the result of an altered. If you wish to question Amelia Stillwell, Slug schedule.
これちゃん。これちゃん。 と、これと、これつけたら、あー、1足らん。なんかないんけ。集中力アップみたいなのないんか。ないな。ないか。あと1足らんのか。あれか。マックス連れてきたらいけんのか。悔しいな。1足らんのは悔しいな。7と5で無理やったら無理か。そう。なんか A の差になんか閉じ込められたみたいな言うてなかったっけ、誰か。お。
I'm trapped in room A3. Please, someone come help me. I'm feeling weak. Please just open the door. I'm not sure how much longer I'll make it. The door's stuck. And I know I need to write a service request, but I can't get it under the door. Is anyone there?
Eh, 悲しい。やべ、どこから帰るか分からへん。こっちか。
You hear about the murder? How the hell?
Get anything good for lunch?
Wow! I haven't felt this great in ages. Wonder what happened.
I was a few minutes late.
やっぱなんか虫で、この島全体があれなんかな、虫になんかしようとしたのかな。ここでした。は？弾しかないねんけど、舐めてない？舐めてるやん。弾しか入ってんねんけど。別にこれもいらんしな。しょぼすぎん？ なんかビリー・バルガス、アミリア・ステイル。どういう状況？アメリアは死ぬ前のエヴァを最後、彼女に事情を聴取する悲劇の詳細が明らかになる。エヴァが死んでる。ああ、なるほどね。どうした？おうおう。めちゃめちゃ歌わなあかんな、これ。
We don't toss troublemakers out of airlocks. We just throw them over the edge.
Non-slug personnel aren't permitted on the pilot house. Sure. Is this a joke? I know he got drunk on the job. Left him on one... What? Well, shit. I walked Evan to A2. 1 minute he's laughing and yelling about sharing his joy, and the next, he's choked. Dumb. I got a good hit in, threw him off, and ran. What do you... I can't... Have you been to Purpleberry Orchard? Because Evan would never... Guess it shook me... I don't know. I'm upset. I'm not much for math, so I couldn't... So... Fair enough. I just wish I could understand what... I hope you're able to make more sense of this than I can.
なるほどね。やっぱ、島全体がやばそうやね。
Inspector. Shit. No, I gotta tell you, Evans... Damn. That's... Good for you. That's a nice go-getter. I gotta figure out who the... A new day, a new pain in my ass. Inspector?
Genuine tears on it right now.
Oh, sweet gibbering law. Where'd you come from? Sorry, let me just get back in character. Whoa, 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 it's not what it looks like. Easy, friend. No need to get violent. There are as many reasons to... I'll give you 2 reasons. First, and secondly, I'm just here doing your... I am acting on behalf of... I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message. You found the recording? Oh, well, that's... Will you meet me later, over at the pilot house? What? But I can't? Please don't hurt me. The pilot house complex. The pilot house complex. Meet me there, and I'll tell you everything, I swear.
打ちて、まあいいわ。
I understand there was an incident at the orchard. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The orchards can be a dangerous place. Something about this incident troubled. You have my attention. That's troubling. A clever deduction, Inspector. That gives... Yes. This feels like more than corp... Did you just... That's deeply upsetting. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector. As if the death of Halsey... Her commitment to her ND... Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a... Still, any information is good information. If there's anything else... Insisted. That's interesting. Then again, Helen... A little of consequence. A picnic? I don't recall approving a private social... Thank you for... This incident at the orchards... My apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her autopsy by now. Why was there a suspicious-looking man? My apologies. I don't know why there was a mascot in your room. Cedric has... In any case, let me... Was there anything...
なるほど。じゃあとりあえず陸地島かな。よし、今日はやめます。まあ、これで終わります。お疲れ様でした。こっちがいらんな。お疲れ様でした。